Hello and welcome to another episode of Castle London. This is May. I think this is all Mages. Yeah, it's Mage Edition. It's like really right. Yeah, it's all Mages, so Mage Edition. Cool. So people, it's a tepid night for London. Been a little hotter than typically is. Um, People are out and about for whatever reason. Out on the streets, doing whatever Londoners do. I don't know, man. I'm just here. People introduce themselves. What are you doing?
I guess Lily's eating a cupcake while walking. I'm not. I
Byron,
don't
you want to
have
go
to have
next?
a motivation to eat a cupcake, Tiger.
Casey is probably dressed up in his hockey mask, just walking around doing his vigilante thing.
There's a man walking around in a hockey mask.
Yeah, he's getting some weird looks from the goers on.
In the city most famous for one of the most evil serial killers in the world, and you're walking around like a serial killer.
I mean, to be fair, that guy wasn't Jason Voorhees, thank God. Or was he? Insert another Jason Voorhees movie. No, I'm just kidding. Moving on. Adib is somewhere within easy eyesight, probably like at the mouth of an alley, sitting on a cardboard. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't hold him. Sitting on a small wooden crate with a small cardboard box next to himself. Yes, his clothing is as you see in the picture. However, it is that after a week's wear and tear living on the streets of London. So, somewhat faded and tattered and stained and very soggy. But he carries himself as if he were sitting on a throne.
Probably doesn't have any money anyways. It's Islamophobic as everybody's been lately. Racist people don't care.
Adam, are you introducing also, or was Kim addressing me? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I was talking to Tiger.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Adam is just observing. In that case, Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to get my bearings. Yeah. I mean, Sophia's probably walking down the street. She's probably looking at a map on the phone and say, obviously, I'm new in town. I'm learning my way around. I'm probably trying to take in some sights or follow way to somewhere. She's yeah, I mean, she's wearing more or less what's in the picture. So a casual black jacket. Most of these wearing black.
Okay. Cool. Everybody walking down the street sees this very regal-looking man sitting on this this crate, and I think everybody here has at least seen him, like around. Because I think everybody here was in the CrossFit scene, right? That Adib was in. Wait,
Lily was briefly introduced to him, and Byron's character Casey was briefly introduced to him. Okay. And saw him do magic and stuff. Those two know that he's a mage and that he doesn't speak anything approaching English. In fact, the only person they know who was able to talk to him would be Hannah.
Is there anything notable in anybody's auras?
Like blatant sparkly bits, perhaps, for example.
Do those appear when you're not casting magic?
Yes.
Okay. Also, if are you looking at Prime site? I'm guessing, or is that Aura site? I'm confused.
Just Aura site. Well, actually, no. Technically, I do have Prime site up, but yes. I think just double check that. Yes, I do. I've actually got Prime for this character. Yay!
If you have Prime site on,
Yes.
Tiger, how would you describe that lovely thing on my finger?
1 second, whilst I remember what exactly it does.
Am I looking it up?
No, I'm going to remember
It
it.
glows in the dark. Yes. Amazing.
That.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So there is you. Normally, you would not. You would know this is strange. There is an aura with like on Adib, the regal-looking man. There is his aura. And his prime signature, and then there's a secondary prime signature and aura within the ring that he's wearing.
The one in the picture. What's that?
So
Is he wearing a ring in that picture? I can't tell. It's...
Stone on a finger ring. Middle finger?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Because I didn't actually describe it, I don't think. So yeah, let's go with that.
Lily walks up to him and she's like, "How do I do this? How do I do this?" And then she's just brushing her face and she holds out her hand to his.
Like she's holding out a hand to him?
Yes, to help him up.
He'll like start to refuse it, like tries to get up, and then he's just like wobbling for a half second, like, oh, missed another breakfast. That's how this happens. And he kind of like grudgingly takes your hand to get to his feet.
She'll hand him a cupcake.
He'll look at it and then just like he's not even trying to talk because you know he knows from past experience you don't appear to speak his language, so he'll just nod and basically, you know, half smile, and then he eats the cupcake and he seems to like the taste because cupcake, sweet things, yay!
Hey, cupcakes.
So she looks at the serial killer looking dude. Decides not to go that way. It seems like a bad idea today.
We're all judging you.
And she'll look to the chick that's staring at Adib. Adib. And wave. And then there's Sophia. Is he asleep?
Who's what?
She's waving at Nathan's character.
Okay. Yeah, Sophia will take her time, wander over in your general direction. Smile with a smile. Hello there. I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Hello, I'm Lily.
Ah, nice to meet you, Lily. Do you know this fellow? Obviously.
We met briefly, but he doesn't understand a lick of English.
Oh, it's a shame. What does he speak?
Some kind of Arabic language. I'm not sure which dialect it is.
Oh, how unfortunate. So
By the way, Lily is a mage.
It sparkles then.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm new in town, but I had a pleasant evening at the crossroads, met a few people there, so perhaps you could help me let's say get to know other, what would be the term? enlightened individuals.
No problem. Just, follow me. I think the murder face dude over there is Casey. I've only seen one hockey mask once, so let me try this. And she's gonna scream out, "Yo, Casey!"
He pretends not to notice, and quickly and quietly walks in a different direction.
Oh no. Oh, that's a good question. What does Lily look like again? Sorry.
Lily is actually the only redheaded character. She is Irish. She has full-on Irish accent. It's just I can't replicate that.
That's fine.
She is got her hair up in a high ponytail. She's wearing glitter makeup today, so she's very shiny in her face. And she's wearing a pink fluffy dress with glitter high heels, like 6-inch high heels.
Okay.
Jeez.
How old does she look?
Like 24, 25.
So you got like a club kid type look, I guess, by the sound of it. Okay.
Not very clubbish.
Right.
Her skirt is very fluffy.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Adib's going to actually look. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is that sugar rush right now?
I didn't hear that. How?
How bad is the sugar rush for Adib if he's eating the cupcake?
It hasn't kicked in just yet. But I mean, he's had the sugary thing since he arrived here, so he yeah, it's still going to affect him. But yeah, he's not used to all that processed sugar. Still, he kind of needs it right now. If Casey is not making any move to come over, and it looks like he's going in like the opposite direction currently, Adib's actually going to.
Sorry,
Sorry, go ahead.
Casey's gonna head over. He's just gonna head into the alleyway and come up from behind that way. Back in he appears back in his normal Casey outfit. With I can't show because if I put my camera on, my computer freeze.
Adib is actually going to. He didn't recognize you with the hockey mask, I assume. I mean, you were also a distance away, and he's only met you once. Go ahead.
He kind of tilt his head, like, "Oh, you again. You still don't speak no English?"
He's just looking at you.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, you didn't either.
Sorry, go ahead.
She's saying to Casey, you didn't speak any English either when you first came here.
Oh, I spoken English. But that kind of English, it makes for very fun and very awkward conversation.
That's fair. Let's go get this dude some coffee and some dry clothes. I know I have some up in I know I have spare clothes somewhere in my building. She was trying to not use the word chantry.
I wonder how the poor fellow ended up in this sorry state.
Oh, by the way, you gave him the cupcake, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's belatedly going to look like he's going to hold up a hand as if to like say like, wait a second. He's scrabbling around in his robes, finds a small pouch, very carefully leafs out something and puts it in your hand.
We'll take a look.
Congratulations, you have a solid gold coin.
Oh. Okay, he has no idea how anything works. What is he doing here? Who is he? I wish you could answer these questions, she'll say, looking at you.
He. Yeah. Casey says, just nodding.
He's
Alright, let's
going
go
to
get his-
actually.
Holding his tongue.
How much room is there in the alley back there, Tiger? Like enough room that people could go back there and be out of casual sight?
Yeah, yeah.
He's actually going to start walking back there, and he's motioning for the three of you to follow. 1, 2, 3. That is 3, right?
She's actually saying this out loud.
What'd she say? Sorry. Not that he can understand, but...
Millie's like, oh no, what's he doing? Please don't do any creepy hobo things.
Jesus. He's a nobleman, I'll have you know.
That's very simple, Lily. We should follow the gentleman down well,
does anyone follow him back there, though? Okay.
Lily, I think that idea of finding a good coffee shop was an excellent one. Why don't we do that? And this fellow wants to join us in the coffee shop. He's more than welcome.
See, the thing is, he is an enlightened individual, as am I, and I thought he was taken care of already, but
I can see that, but
I mean, I can always call my husband up.
So once folks are far enough back that we're not in danger of being spotted or anything, he's making no aggressive moves or anything, in case anyone's like, oh god, he's going to kill us all. And he is actually a fairly burly individual. I mean, physical primary, I'll just say that. He's actually going to take out there looks to be like he's got 1 or 2 things stashed back here. And by stashed, I mean like it's a couple pieces of cardboard and a pen, which they both look very grimy. But he's going to pick up the cardboard and begin drawing on it really quickly. Like this isn't even like making a roll. He's not doing artwork. He's just drawing basic symbols and stuff. It shows the ring. Like it's a very quick sketch of the ring he's got on his finger. And I'm trying to think how he would describe this.
Yeah, I think he wants to mean to go back to photo people.
No. I mean, that ring was made out of gold and a bunch of other things, but he's trying to figure out how to pantomime this or get the message across. And finally, he's just going to be like, after struggling to like find a description for it, he's just going to like take another look around and then just be like, to hell with it. And then he grabs the ring on his finger and twists it 3 times.
Does that actually happen?
Yes. There's a very strange voice going, "Meh," as a large genie-looking individual pops out of the ring, its tail leading into it.
Oh. Okay then.
And he...
Does it jump with the spirit side to the spirit?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Hell?
Do you speak English, perhaps, Spirit Sir?
I can.
Oh, thank God.
And then it will say something in a language that none of you understand except Adib. And it will be saying, when it suits me.
Can I tell he's being snarky with an empathy check?
Roll.
Oh, damn it.
The question is the higher entity even bothering to hide his disdain?
No, that's going to be difficulty 5.
So,
Oh boy.
So what is do we know this fellow's name?
He's going to. He's look. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Fine, go ahead.
He's actually going to speak to the genie creature, and he looks like. Here's the thing. He obviously knew something was going to happen when he used the ring, but he actually looks almost as surprised as you guys. Like, he didn't like throw the ring away or anything. He's holding onto it very tightly, actually, in his it's still on his hand, but he's just like looking at it kind of cautiously. And he addresses it in that language, saying, You speak their language, then. That is good. Can you... Would you make it so that they can understand me? Is that within your power?
This can be done, if you so wish.
Going to look at it and just be like, there's some alarm bells ringing somewhere back there, but amnesia is a bitch, isn't it, Tiger? He's just going to be like, very well, yes.
Okay. So, he'll kind of like twitch his nose a little bit and then snap his fingers. And he'll make a motion for you to say something.
He looks at the others and says, hello, in his language.
And you all understand
expectantly.
Yay! Okay then, so that's a thing.
So here's the thing. Adib, you did not specify that you could understand them.
Darn it. Yes. Monkey's paw.
Yeah.
So he looks very frustrated now. He's just like... Specifically, what he says is, stupid. Insert cursing.
I think anybody can understand that line of a...
Yeah.
Come on,
But you all understand it vividly.
Oh, you're referring to me.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm Ghost.
You kind of just... Okay, what are you then? Jen. Okay. It's been a while. So we're trying to take care of him and get him in some fresh clothes that aren't going to make him sick. And you are a bit of a thing. I can't get him to the place I need him to go.
He poses like Captain Jack. Was a Captain Jack wearing. Whenever she says for a bit of a thing.
She presents him with a quintessence. Please go back into the ring.
I suppose I can do it for this paltry gift once, and he'll take the quintessence and float back into the ring.
He looks kind of surprised at what just happened. Like, I didn't dismiss this thing.
She's going to look at you, and I want you to nod if you can understand me.
He's just looking at you like, I cannot understand you. Nothing has changed.
Well, now we're gonna tell him.
She pulls out her hand for his hand again.
Okay. He'll take it again, just like, okay. Well, minus the okay, obviously. If I make any modern statements, just assume that those are not there. Sorry, reflex. All right.
And lead him back to the cafe.
Okay, then.
Oh, well, you're going back to the cafe then.
He looks more resigned than anything else.
Okay, so we can understand him. Why can't I 100% think it has everything to do with his ring? She's saying this out loud.
Yeah. Sophia's looking, just trying to make sense of all this. She's obviously quite shocked the way Jean just casually appeared, and is not really sure. I'm trying to think of a solution to this predicament.
Throw him in a bathtub first. This dude stinks to high heaven. I mean, not like actually throw him in the bathtub. I'm just gonna run a bath for him and leave him to his own devices.
Right.
So
She says to the awkward silence.
I mean, he's obviously, well, he's obviously able to take care of himself somewhat. I'm guessing from your friend that you're of the Tafani? You don't know, is there a solid recognition of that word?
Tiger, I'm assuming that word hasn't... The pronunciation might be different, but he should recognize the word.
Yeah, you understand the word. It kind of stirs something within you, but you're not really sure why. But you do seem to understand that, yes, that is something that applies to you.
He nods then and just kind of indicates himself. Taftani.
Good. Okay. I'll point at the other person, Lily. I'll point at myself, Sophia. I'll point at you.
Adib.
Adid. Okay. Adid of the Tafani. Okay, well, I'm making progress.
How long does it take him to get to the cafe?
It'll probably take about 30 minutes.
I mean, at least he's still got shoes. He still has shoes and a shirt, so they will let him in. I hope.
I mean, it's her cafe taking you guys to.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, fine. Okay, so it's like,
Didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, I assumed it was random Starbucks. They're everywhere. But yeah, okay. Cultural imperialism. But yes, okay.
Hello.
Right. I'm trying to think how else we can proceed. I'm trying to think. How can I do this? Okay, right. I'll take out my phone. I'll Google up a picture of, well, I'll say a map of the world. So really, I'm really sort of doing like, yeah, no, let's do a map of the world. Adib, where are you from? Hold up map and pointing gesture.
I'm going to guess that there's nothing on that map that looks even remotely familiar, Tiger.
Correct.
He's mostly looking at the blue and just like looking aghast at how much there is. Like he has no scale for this. For all he knows, this is like the nearest area, but he's just like staring at it like, what is this? That can't be water.
I'll nod.
He just like shakes his head. I do not recognize any of that.
Okay. I'll gesture to the map and say, what country are you from? Obviously, I'm hoping the context will convey something.
So you're basically re-indicating and saying different words. He's just
I'm hoping you're going to tell me what you could. I'm hoping you could give me a verbal reply at least. But you know, if you can understand the question.
His response. Sorry, go ahead.
While you guys are having this conversation, Lily's gonna pull up the map of the country she knew the last Tefani were from.
He's just gonna shrug like, I do not recognize any of this. It does not look.
Okay.
This is a map. I know what a map is,
Yes.
but I do not see anything on here that looks familiar.
I'm going to try saying some place names. Do you come from Baghdad? Istanbul? Cairo? I'm hoping you just recognize place names.
He's shaking his head like none of this sound like he gets that you're like naming things like if you're like pointing to different places and stuff.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll keep up on this line of crime. Right.
Is there any NPCs with my tree?
Forget how to.
Actually, I have got another rules question on that. If you use the spirit sphere, you can communicate to spirits. Can two spirit mages use that to talk to each other through spirit communication? Or does it not work that way?
It wouldn't really work that way.
Okay.
Good thought.
What other? Okay. Okay. Are you a Muslim? Do you follow Allah?
Funny thing, Tiger, that shouldn't be familiar to him either, should it?
That's.
Oh God, damn it!
He looks more confused. Like, huh?
Okay, didn't recognize the name.
Like
Okay.
nothing you're saying. Nothing you're saying rings a bell.
She's going to look to Sophia, and I have an partner before while we're with that can translate for us.
Oh, splendid.
If I only had some. He's muttering to himself now, just like thinking, just like he's musing on things, just looking at the ring, just going like, if only I had some. Like he's thinking like something he would need. I'm actually OOC trying to think what he would need, so never mind.
So let me get this straight. He can understand us, but we can't understand him.
Other way around, OOC.
Yeah,
Oh.
other way around.
Yeah, you can understand what he says.
Genies are tricky things, and I do not like doing this one.
So he got monkey pawed.
Yes,
Good times.
exactly why I don't like dealing with them.
I do hope that didn't use up one of his wishes.
Well, it was a spirit, so I don't think he has a limited amount of wishes.
Really?
I doubt that.
But yeah, did I get to the chat tree already?
Yeah. That's what
She'll text ahead, be like, hey,
So it didn't.
Jack, we're gonna need some help. She's gonna take somebody else to run a bath for somebody who's been living on the street.
Me.
Okay. Duh. On my phone, I go to Google Translate.
I'm sorry, I'm near you. You found it to work.
Right.
Oh, actually, that's right.
Right. Do you understand this? Translate to Arabic. Show him that.
Tiger.
No, what Byron's saying is if you're too close to his character, your phone isn't working.
Yep.
Why is my phone not working?
His echoes.
Hi. That's the issue we're trying to figure out still.
Could you do that somewhere else, please?
I can't. Yes, I'm cursed. I don't know why.
Could you be cursed over there, please?
That's rude.
Just not be cursed around me, please.
Alright, so
Be cursed somewhere else.
So it's only like a person. Is Jack there already, getting this stuff ready?
Yeah, he's fucking like he's setting up a smoke machine in one of the back rooms and like a light show. He's got all the rest of the lights off. And we are currently at the Belladonna Bakery, which is Lily's bakery,
Within the
Alright.
safe room. Without
Okay.
magic stuff.
Well,
and he's got a pair of glow sticks, one in each hand.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a raver.
Adam, you were saying something?
Hannah will just be showing up at the bakery, just ordering a muffin.
He'll wave because he knows you too.
I thought you guys said we're in the back.
Oh, are we? I thought we were in the front.
You're a homeless person that smells really bad, and it's bad for business. So she brought you in through the back door.
Okay, that's fair. I misunderstood. Sorry.
Has Hannah been to the bakery before?
Yes. She was there when it was fucked up, remember?
Yeah, that's right. So, the large burly man running the counter, who you recognize as Lily's husband, will hand you your food and say, "There's people in the back if you want to go talk to them."
Oh. Well, I guess I'll check out what they're up to. Thanks. And she'll mosey on over to the back with her plate and the muffin. And she'll see you guys, and she'll just say, "Oh, hey."
So, I'd like to set the scene for what Hannah walks into.
Oh god.
So you have Katie, who you know fairly well. You have Sophia. I believe they met.
Yeah, we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got Lily and her glowy, like, glittery glory. You've got a Adib dressed, like a fucking Maharaja over there. And then there's just a really skinny, like, raver-looking dude. A smoke machine going off, rave lights happening, and the shittiest dubstep you can imagine playing as he's just raving his fucking life. Like, raving like for his fucking life.
And it just kind of has this look of, like this distaste is displayed on her face.
Adib was just
And over there,
watching this.
Casey looks very confused. Like,
Push over and over to this kid that's raving his heart out.
And after a good, like, 5-10 minutes of him just dancing, he'll raise the glow stick, panting heavily, drop it to the ground, and then everybody understands everyone.
Thank you.
And then he just fucking passes out from exhaustion.
What? Yeah, okay, she's just gonna try and get him into a chair.
Funny enough, I have my life scene on for the day. So how is he? Is he still alive?
Yeah, no, he's just really tired.
Okay.
What
kind
did
of
he
looking
just
at
what
do?
the hell?
What was
What
that?
happened?
Seems like he was activating an effect of some sort.
Yes, mine.
By the way, Hannah, he's speaking his bizarre language, and you understand him.
And she looks at him and like, "Hey, I can understand you now."
She
He
just
just
points
looks at
at
her and be like,
gravy.
"And you are not speaking the old language, but I understand you too." Is that what he did?
Yes.
She'll look at the magical effect and probably, Lily confirmed that for us, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
Useful.
fortunate.
Splendid.
So, Mr. Whatchamacallit, we have a bath for you and fresh clothes for you set up upstairs.
Looks kind of just like he realizes the state he's in, and he's just like, I appreciate it. I do not plan on getting rid of these clothes, however. I will mend them myself later. But a bath would be very nice, thank you.
Alright, she's going to... Is there a person there? Is the person get their bathroom set up?
Yeah.
I figure there's like at least one community bathroom, so she doesn't have to lead them through.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause she does this charity work all the just like give people bathroom fresh clothes. She'll she'll say, this bottle's for your hair, this one's for your body, and here's a rag and a towel to dry off. Or a rag to wash, a towel to dry, and I have no clue.
He'll just blink and nod, and once you're gone, we'll be experimenting with what the hell shampoo and conditioner and stuff are, because, yeah, that's interesting. Lathering things, whoo.
I guess we'll talk for a few minutes
Bubbles!
doing that.
Bubbles.
Oh, what a curious fellow.
I'm so confused.
What are you confused about?
Made a djinn pop out of his ring earlier
Yes.
as she re-enters the room.
A djinn.
Yes, specifically. He identified himself as a djinn. And it's just like,
Oh, are we sure it was a djinn?
yes,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's exactly what a demon would say.
God damn you, Nathan.
I jest.
Okay.
But yeah,
So much.
it's just like, I'm a djinn. He granted the dead switch to where we can understand him, because we can understand him no matter what now. He can't understand us. And she's just taking care of this passed out kid, and she's just like giving him
I
a
wonder
blanket and a cup of hot coffee to have whenever he wakes up.
Yes. Well, he's
Any
obviously.
idea how long it lasts? The hell is this? Sorry, not Outcat. The last part was Outcat.
Yes, I was of something an impressive feat. Is it anchored to this building? I'm curious how it affected us without our permission.
Beanies.
So you guys have Prime Side up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Those who do can tell that, yeah, there is a mind effect that is now anchored to this building where people can just understand each other, regardless of language.
Ah,
Please tell me he didn't do it to the bakery.
Not even.
To the bakery. She used
So what do you
to
guys? Oh,
just
go ahead.
a second, and she's gonna poke her head out into the bakery.
Everyone sure is speaking English.
Are they? So nobody's speaking any like random dialect.
Right.
Okay. Can I put a monster up?
Where can we get the cupcakes from?
Oh, there's some sitting on the table.
No, there's not. Not anymore.
so is this your bakery, Lily?
It is.
Ah,
You just put that effect over my entire bakery, including, non-magical code.
wow.
And that was our friend here. She kind of tilts her head over to the guy who just raved his heart out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get brave.
Who's he with? Is he kind of squints her eyes?
Hello.
He's tough. He says he's Tafani.
Oh, the kid who passed out is a hollow one. The
Oh.
person that doesn't understand anything is a Teflon.
Huh. That would explain a lot, she says.
Oh, bright kid. Hey, I hope we can talk to him when he wakes up.
So with these being taken care of upstairs?
I should check to see if he's drunk himself. I'll be right back.
Be an
Go
idea.
upstairs and knock
Get the
on the
fuck up,
back.
get me at it.
So you guys found a deep here or something? And she'll look to Casey and to Sophia.
Huh?
She'll look to Casey and Sophia and she'll say, So, did you guys find Adib like nearby or something? Decide to take him in?
No? I'm not taking anybody more else in currently, Sally. Until I can figure out what's going on.
But what's going on, Casey?
Oh my goodness, I forgot. You're forgetful. The whole exploding thing.
Right, that. I
Yes.
don't think Adib had anything to do with that.
I know. But I already asked him and he suddenly said no, so whatever.
So, Lily knocks on the door of the room that Adib is in. He's still alive in there?
Assuming it's been like 5-10 minutes ish at the most, if we're just speeding things along. He's probably not done yet, but he'll call out, "Yes, I'm alive, almost done."
Alright, just checking on it, and she'll go back downstairs. He's still alive.
I'm sure he's got quite a story to tell about how he's ended up here.
If he's willing to share.
But what's your story, Lily? I mean, you obviously live here. Is it has London been a good place to live recently?
Not really.
I heard one or two horror stories about is it Windsor Park?
I don't know what's going on with that, but the 7 deadly sins are out and about and causing havoc.
Well, perhaps we could trade gossip then. What I heard, I must admit, this is all rumor and hearsay. The best type of gossip was there was a werewolf place at Windsor Park, and it fell to some monsters called Fomori. You know what that word means?
No clue.
Some monsters. It was a bit unclear. And they've lost a lot of their people on it. They're very unhappy and annoyed. Curiously, it happened. What was it? I don't know, only a few weeks before Donald Trump turned up at Windsor Park.
I really don't think Trump has anything to do with it. As far as I can tell, he's nothing special.
Well, a strange coincidence, though. I thought. Anyway, so that's the hot gossip I heard. What were you saying about the 7 deadly sins?
I just see avatars of the 7 deadly sins are popping up around here in London, unfortunately, and we have been having to deal with that.
Okay, when you say avatars, do you mean are they spirits? Are they demons? Are they
All of the above. As far as I'm aware, they've appeared in every realm of existence that we can see into.
They're probably more than likely personifications of aspects of humanity.
Oh,
So the avatar that they take form in just allows them to move about in the physical world. At least that's an educated guess.
oh, so spirits which have incarnated bodies.
Well, I guess we'll have to get a little bit closer to find out exactly what's going on with them. But I'm thinking that these are the sins themselves, based off what I've been hearing.
I don't know. Why is it always the 7 deadly sins and not the 7 good virtues, eh?
She shrugs.
It just gave me an idea. Sins and virtues go hand in hand, correct?
They do.
So, like, they're two sides of one coin.
Well, the The church tells us so, that each one is their opposites, they're paired. So you have lust and you have chastity, and so on.
So,
Well, remember, lust doesn't just have to do with
I'm assuming do you mean the modern seven deadly sins, because they have changed?
Well, some people call lust desire. Basically, you're lusting over. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone you want to have sex with. It could be you're lusting over that car you want, or you're lusting over, that. Well, I guess it's yeah.
Or maybe that would be greed.
Greed is, well, remember, lust is you really want that car. You want to drive it around. You want to feel the wind. You want to close, open the windows and feel the wind in your hair as you're driving. You're dreaming about it.
Like I said, lust is when you want it, and when you've got it, then it becomes greed. And if you show it off, it becomes pride.
Yeah.
Except
what about
he said-
pride?
Greed is more like you have the car, but now you want another one, and another one, and more and more and more, and you can't stop.
these sins are driving people to insanity, though. Also,
What do you want?
little
So,
information. This is the Hollow One Chantry. I'm the one that owns the building. I am not the head of the chantry, though.
Oh well,
Neat.
it's a pleasure to meet you. Then how lucky. I'm, as I said, I'm Sophia. I'm a Hollow One, newly arrived from Italy, and I thought I'd come and see what the London scene was like. I hear it's very exciting here.
Exciting, yes.
Well, at least London is famous. The club scene in London is quite famous, so I thought I should at least visit one of the great cities of the world. No, as I said, I had the misfortune of a Catholic upbringing, so I know about the seven deadly sins, shall we say, and the church used to have one of them used to be vainglory. The church changed it.
what was vainglory? What vainglory used to be? What was it called?
The word was the word was gloria, Latin, I think, from which the English would say glory.
DT.
Possibly
Boo.
like unjust boasting,
So I guess pride.
narcissism, possibly, or vanity.
Sounds like a pride concept. Have we been hearing where these
I think
pride?
that you folded it into pride later on, but it was one of the sins originally.
Have anyone seen what's going on with the sins in the city?
There has been a few that popped up. The shifters and the undead have said they have had trouble controlling their tempers. The Fae folk, and she'll just she gets that superstitious look on her face and says Fae folk really quietly. They have expressed that desire and envy are trolling around up in the northern borough.
Oh, I met the what was his name? He said it was the Count. Would that be of the Northern Borough? Large black gentleman.
What about him?
Oh, I met him. He was announcing put out a death sentence on someone, Acadius, something like that, I think.
Chaos.
Apparently he revealed magic openly.
And apparently he was the one who destroyed the Hermetic Chantry.
Oh,
So they say.
I heard the Chantry was destroyed. I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
How
It was.
how awful is he to destroy a whole Hermetic Chantry in a major city? That's take some doing, I'm sure.
I don't know. He had some kind of weird resonance, kind of ebbing off of his body. I don't remember what type, but who knows? Mages there. It happens that they sometimes try to manipulate other beings to get help, so it may not have just been him. May have been.
You guys did see the giant manifested spirit in the video, right? That was eating the building?
I only managed to catch like a glimpse of the video before there was an error and it got taken down.
Mm.
I'm sure somebody's downloaded it and sent it.
Do we know this Arcadius person? What tradition is he? What do we know about him?
Out of character, Tiger, did Jason say I should not reveal that it was a hermetic?
Tiger has stepped away for a moment to take care of the ghosts.
I'll just keep quiet for a second now, Tiger.
By the way, after a few more minutes, a dried and somewhat cleaner and less smelly, and I presume wearing a set of very strange fitting clothing, Adib will rejoin the room. He's got the ring back on, of course, because.
A t-shirt and blue jeans.
Yep. By the way, for those of you who had Prime Sight up,
Do.
which I know there's at least one person here who did.
That'd be me.
He's got more power than he did. He's got more power than he did when he left to go take the shower.
Feeling nice and recharged there, Adib?
He just like nods slightly. I still feel much.
Better?
It feels weak, but it is a start.
What feels weak?
The energy. Do not know the word that would be used for it.
Oh, you mean primal energy, quintessence.
I think he's talking about food. And let me go grab some for you.
Though I would appreciate some food, yes, but no. I believe what they're speaking about sounds right.
As the quintessential nutrients of reality, so to speak.
So, how did you come to be here, Adib?
I honestly do not know. I arrived outside the club known as the Crossroads.
I know the place.
And that is what I remember. Everything before that is... He makes kind of a throwaway gesture, bits and pieces.
Okay, where are you from?
It was very hot. There was a lot of sand. I remember a lot of reading.
Egypt? Iraq? Iran?
These names mean nothing to me. And the map you showed me earlier, nothing on that looks familiar.
I don't understand. How can that mean nothing to you? I mean, okay.
None of this looks familiar to me. I had never seen or heard of anything, at least I do not remember. Some things I remember. Water, I remember. I know I need to drink water. I know I need to eat, sleep, basic things like that. I know my name.
You've lost your memory.
But some, yes. But some things, I cannot tell the difference between things I have forgotten or things I never knew.
Okay.
He has amnesia. Obviously.
I am back now, guys. I heard Adam had a question for me.
Did Jason say to Hannah whether she should keep it on the down low, whether it was a hermetic that destroyed the chantry, or did he want her to tell people to raise awareness?
He's gonna leave that to your best judgment. He didn't say it way or another.
Okay. Also, Sophia, to answer your previous question, the man who blew up who has been accused of blowing up the chantry, Kalis, is a hermetic.
Oh, I mean, one of their own. That's well.
Yes.
It's fitting.
Seems like
But
this.
when we say blew up, he didn't. I mean, if a hermetic blew it up with fire, I can imagine that. But it was blown up with, was it vines and a giant something?
I think
Well,
it was a
he-
spirit.
Ah, the fair folk were clearly annoyed. I think did they? I don't remember exactly what they said about him. I think they implied he was maybe of their blood. Maybe he used their powers to do it.
I think they were implying that he was using. He was either of their. He was trying to claim, I guess, asylum with them. There's some kind of right, but apparently that's not going to fly. I think. That night was a little bit hazy. A lot of loud music is permeating through my brain.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, he can't have long to live. He isn't going to have the whole of the traditions, I suppose, after him for just a whole chantry.
More than likely. Especially since there were students in that chantry.
Is this the same chantry that you invited me to?
Guess it was a good thing that you didn't go.
Indeed.
But you mentioned earlier you were at the Tectonic, right?
The name is familiar. It resonates, if that makes any sense.
Alright.
Is what I am. Just like I know what the Asha and the Druge are. Though I do not believe I ever felt the Druge before coming here.
So you just look to other people like, know what he's talking about?
I mean,
Well-
I'm somewhat aware that Tefani is a craft. Can't say that much about them.
You were saying, and she looks at her notes. You were saying the Asha something about. I remember asking you about it. Something to do with.
The truth.
Yes,
It is the
truth
way that things are.
Mhm. And then the Druge is that which obfuscates the truth.
Or denies it.
Right. Very apt way of
one
looking at
moment.
things.
One moment. There's something I believe I have neglected to do. Actuality, I believe you actually reminded me of it, Miss Lily. One moment. He's going to twist the ring again. Hey, Tiger.
Yep.
Oh god. I'm gonna go get that lasagna right quick.
Genie pops forth from the ring once again.
Hannah looks like baffled and confused.
And he's just immediately going to, because this isn't really a roll, feeding it doesn't require a roll. He's just going to he's going to hold one hand in front of his mouth like he's focusing or like cupping his breath almost, breathes out very steadily, and then kind of like, I'm going to just say for description's sake, there's like a red mist that kind of gathers there, and then he disperses it towards the genie.
I'm guessing we're seeing that with Prime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he just dumped all of his quintessence.
Right, yeah. Oh, I see. this is your familiar spirit.
He's just going to kind of look at you with a helpless shrug of, I do not know if that is the word for it. This feels
What?
right, though.
Does
I
it nestle
would not
paradox
call-
for you?
He just like looks like what is that word?
Paradox? It was the negative energy I was talking about.
The Druge.
Yeah,
Um,
it is the energy of the Druge.
Kind of looks at the genie just like, do you really want me to give that to you?
The genie looks, and for once it's not smiling, it'll say, "No."
Well, I don't really need to give it to you then. So, maybe if it's important, but He doesn't seem overly concerned by it.
So Lily comes back. She's brought a platter of cupcakes for Casey. But
He's not
you
granting
get
one by one.
lasagna. Like, it brings a pan of lasagna and gives you a serving.
Would it be all right if I? Could I have 2 of those cupcakes, please? Or well, he's not going to call them cupcakes. He'll just call them like little pastries or something.
Magic translates into cupcakes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Does she allow him to take some or?
Alright, she's not gonna stop him.
So,
Okay.
I was
He's
wondering-
taking one for himself and giving the other to the genie.
I was wondering if we can try and figure out a bit more about where you're from. Is there anything you do remember? Any places, any monuments, any I don't know, type of food, type of languages?
I speak 3 languages.
Okay, what are they?
Well, it seems you'll understand all of them while we are here, but one that is most comfortable for me, and he begins speaking. And again, even though you guys can understand what he's saying, it sounds Arabic.
Okay.
This language, and then he switches to something which sounds utterly unrelated. And the only person here who speaks it, I think, is Hannah. It's Enochian.
Oh.
And he will rattle off a sentence or so in that. And the other requires more preparation. It's for speaking with things of the other side.
Right. Okay. So the human language you speak sounds like, unsurprisingly, sounds like the Middle East. But I'm confused that you don't recognize like place names or country names or.
If it does not concern me, that I believe I commented as much to Hannah the other day, or perhaps it was it was you. This should concern me, perhaps, but for some reason it does not.
If you're not curious, that's totally your business. We don't need to pry into it if you don't want to talk about it.
It's not something that bothers me. It's simply I feel no compulsion to seek out why.
Well, what
This
do
is
you
odd,
seek?
but
What do you want?
I am here to understand the Druge.
Which is you say falsehood, paradox,
The lie.
lie.
I do not know what comes. I do not know what bar I must cross or threshold that I must cross to understand it or anything else, really. But I know that is something I am here to do.
I'm not sure I'm not familiar with that term or that concept. I mean, I know that there's some people think the world is illusion and they try and deny or see through or transcend the world. Would that be?
No,
You accept the world is real.
The world is real, yes. Ashai is the truth and the way that all things are. It is everything. But the Druj is that which denies that it is real or that the way things are how they are. So it is.
So it's,
I know that may sound odd, but
it's falsehoods. It's a lack of understanding.
I think it sounds more like willful ignorance.
That I can certainly agree with you. There is a great deal of willful ignorance in the world.
and apparently so, because this I do not. It is hard to express. There are many things I do not know one way or another, but I know when something is strange and when something is familiar. As I said, drinking water, familiar. I know I have done this before. Eating food, same thing. Sleeping, seeing the bizarre metal things that travel through your streets, or the material that the streets are made out of. No, the lights. No, the clothing. No. Some of the food is similar, but most of it is not. It's all very sweet. Though I like sweet things, but so much of it. But also, when Hannah and Casey explained that. When Hannah and Casey explained that how to phrase this, that no one here. That everything we do is kept secret. That not only feels strange, but wrong.
Okay, perhaps secret is a word for it. Perhaps you understand the need for discretion.
I do not.
Okay. I mean, there are people in the world who would mean us harm. I mean, clearly harm has befallen the Hermetics, and therefore it's wise to be discreet to not attract their attention. That's one reason.
But you can never win if you continually retreat from battle.
It's not like we necessarily retreat from battle. It's just, it seems as though with the way the chessboard is set up, a more discreet strategy seems to at least be something that's much more preferable than all-out guns blazing. At least that's what a lot of the philosophy of many mages is, at least amongst the traditions. But everyone has their own way. Some go against the grain.
And as you told me the other night, this is how things have been for centuries.
Probably ever since the end of the... She tilts her head side to side. It's sketchy, but probably since the 20th century, it's been harder and harder.
I do not know that, but you said centuries, I believe.
2 to 3, yeah.
Perhaps it is time to try something different?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, maybe you're right. It's just, it seems that when people do perform these things in front of the populace, they mostly just get even more scared and just deny it even more.
Perhaps we could explain like this. I think this was something I've heard. If you imagine a bowl of water, perhaps we could get one. Now, if you can think of the bowl of water as the world around us. Now, if you want to change the world, you could slide your fingers in and gently move the water around, and that would change the world. And that will be, your hands will get a bit wet, but you'll be mostly safe. Nothing dramatic will happen. If you slam your fist into the water, it will splash everywhere. You'll get water all over you. That will be very messy. So it can be wise to achieve the change you want to do it in a slow, subtle, careful way that people won't particularly notice, that won't cause a great splash everywhere.
Your analogy is somewhat flawed. By the way it has been explained to me, it is more that the bowl of water represents all it is, and you wish to partake of it. But there are dangers, as you have said, who are native to this water. They control it now. These, I do not remember the terms that were used, but other things that control things. You only dip your fingers in and move gently because you are afraid to attract their attention.
Not well. It's not just their attention, it's also the nature of the world itself. Some people, I'm not sure I do, but some people believe in karma. What you do will eventually comes back to you. If you go around actively cursing people, eventually bad things happen to you, because that's karma, that's natural justice. It's what goes around comes around. It's a bit like that, I think, that if you do flashy, forceful effects, if you make noise and disturb the water too much, you splash everyone and get wet.
I do not believe our methods are the same, but you are, by all means, you may continue your methods. I will do what feels right for me.
Of course, you must. I mean, we've mentioned the hermetic chantry. You didn't know the word chantry, I think. Did you know the word hermetic?
No, it was mentioned to me the other night by Hannah. It does not mean anything to me.
As in, I think it's in the god Hermes.
As in the one who wrote the Corpus Hermeticum, Hermes Trismegistus, who is sometimes referred to as the same person as the Greek god Hermes.
I'm sorry. Actually, I gotta check one thing real quick. Hold on. Pause half a second.
Hermes Trismegistus.
Okay, no. In actuality, the response you're going to get is a blank look. I'm sorry, Greek? What is that?
Greece was and still is a country that was the bedrock for a lot of different philosophies around the world.
Yeah, Greece is in where Athens is, and what Sparta was.
Seems like if you want to learn about the Druze, you're gonna have to. Might be a little bit of history you have to catch up on.
Where are you?
If this history teaches me how to combat the Druze or how best to defeat it, then yes. Otherwise,
I'm trusting that you don't know this. I mean, you must have heard of Alexander the Great.
no.
Socrates or Plato, perhaps.
No.
Have you suffered some form of time slip? Are you not from this? You didn't recognise cars outside. Are you not from this age?
That's possible.
I do not know the years that you speak. It does not sound right.
What calendar did you use?
I don't remember, to be quite honest. I know what a year is, and I know the seasons, but I cannot remember the rest.
Do you remember any famous person from history that you do know, or any place, or any landmark, or any event, a battle maybe?
He's thinking. Actually, there's Tiger. Are you still there?
Yes.
Is there any kind of role I can make or anything that would justify him knowing the name Solomon?
Oh, look at your sheet.
Hmm?
Let me look at your sheet real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, so you
I'll
have
give, I'll give you an intelligence academics.
Because that would tie back to roughly what we had in mind. Let me see. I think I have academics. Let me look. Or maybe I don't. No, I do. And I do have intelligence too.
I should hope so.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
I'm gonna say it's a 7.
Nothing.
Oh. Who's
Oh
that?
well.
Who that?
Nope. Exactly. He's just gonna shake his head and be like, "Nothing occurs offhand."
Okay.
Sorry, I tried.
You must have had coins. What money? What were your coins called? What did you call your currency?
Lily will pull up the coin that she was handed earlier.
What is there someone's face on it perhaps, or a name?
Gonna look at it. Is there somebody's face on it, Tiger?
No. Just a blank gold coin.
Just a blank. Oh, okay. I don't suppose anyone around here knows about time magic who could help. Yeah.
Call Wrinkle. Let's see what happens.
Or at least, yeah. I don't know if time will let you date something, but yes. Okay. No, I'm at a loss now. It's like I don't. Well, I mean, you've said yourself, if you don't care about where you come from, that's your business and your prerogative. But I hope you settle in as best you can. Do you have any questions? Perhaps we could help you with.
Could I have a few bottles of the substance that was in the bath?
Katie will look up on the cupcakes.
That was to Lily, by the way.
Katie looks at the cupcakes and goes, "So, what I missed? Sorry, I was out of it."
I'm just trying to figure out where this dude's from. But you can stay here. We have extra rooms.
I will consider it, at least perhaps for tonight. But
We're asking Dib here.
I will find my own place.
We're asking Dib here for questions. Perhaps we should tell him a little bit more about us ourselves. So
that may be more productive. Yes.
So Lily, you said this is a Hollow One Chantry. I mean, that's quite rare, isn't it?
Yeah. Other than me, there's about 13 others here.
I'm splendid. I'm lucky. I'm so glad I found this place.
London is a very large place with a very high population.
I'm guessing Adib doesn't actually understand the term Hollow One.
I know the word hollow and the word one.
But how would you explain it, Lily?
We don't like the Order of Hermes.
You think?
Or any of the other traditions.
We are a traditional craft. We're Sorry, let me think of that for a moment. If no, I'm not sure how best to explain it with no point of reference.
A voice, very tired sounding, will rise up from the floor. We are a tradition of self-expression. What we do for ourselves and no one else, and we find acceptance in ourselves. The hell with everyone else.
Do you like your coffee?
Yes, thank you.
It's a new strain I've been messing with.
It's very good.
I would agree with that. Admittedly, that could also include the aesthetics, possibly. But
Everybody has their own reason for joining the Hollow Ones.
Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss?
The dude on the floor woke up and delivered a brief soliloquy about Hollow One.
yeah, we're trying to explain what a hollow one is to a deep here.
Okay.
I mean, perhaps we could equally try to explain what the other traditions are to him. We've mentioned the Hermetics, of the Order of Hermes. They're I don't know, wizards. They're classical European wizards, a bit like Roman priests, but you don't know. I assume you don't know what Rome is.
I guess you could say we use
They practice hard, like complex magic with rituals and formulae and circles and wands, and they're well known for summoning fire. I think is what they're famous for, isn't it?
It sounds overly complicated.
Yes, I agree.
It can be, but there are reasons for that. Sometimes we believe that if you change one thing, you change something else just like it somewhere else. So we try to be extremely careful about who, what, and other than that, she stumbles over her words. We try to make sure that we change what we want to change and don't change what we don't want to change. We try to make sure our effects come out exactly how we want, and sometimes, in our belief, it takes a little bit of extra consideration and some complicated math and language and all that kind of jazz.
But it's true the Hermetics often learn that language you spoke earlier. Is it Enochian?
And she will say the Enochian word for Enochian, which is probably Enochian. I'm being silly.
Well, so it seems at least you have a language in common with them.
Yes, John Dee popularized it to the sleepers in the 1600s, but it's much older than that.
So, did you tell them about the all the people yet?
No, I don't think we've got very far at all. So, as I understand it, there's a big power block who call themselves the Traditions, which are 9 different magical traditions who've made an alliance. The Order of Hermes is one of them, and there are those of us like the Hollow Ones who are they would call us a craft, because not a tradition, and we're not in their big club. Tefani are one of the crafts. There are some others, I'm sure.
Disparate Alliance, including the Teftani.
Yes.
There are others that are Teftani. Perhaps at some point I should speak to them.
I've gotten in contact with somebody who knows them, but it would be a couple of days. It'd probably be best for you to stay here so you can be easily found by them.
I will stay near here then, yes. I will still wander as I will. I will be cautious though.
Best to be very cautious. The technocracy are everywhere.
Yes, I gather that. Has this been explained to you about the technocracy?
That they apparently take people who use magic.
Yes.
What's the word that you used earlier? The bad word, the negative one.
Druge.
Those are basically the Druge. Easiest way to put it.
Are they,
I know
are
they.
they responsible for the... He just kind of like gestures around all the things I see that are strange, or...
I suppose they are men of machines and devices. They mechanical things. They
I think it's more accurate to say that their view on reality attempts to deny what we do. There are people within the traditions that use technology and practice science, but their science acknowledges the Asha. But what the technocracy does is they try to deny it. They try to make sure that sleepers deny it, and they try to make sure that we don't exist to continue to deny it.
Then they serve the Druge, yes.
Yes.
And if they attempt to importune me, then they will learn the error of their ways. But I will keep from making too large a stir, as I do not wish to draw trouble to your house.
I will say they outnumber us like 10,000 to 1.
well, it's I don't know. It's hard to say. They have control probably over the sleeper rulers, governments. So when you see a policeman, you don't know is it just a sleeper? Is it a sleeper who's working for them? Is it a sleeper who is working for them but doesn't know they're working for them? I mean, they like to wear black suits, nondescript. They could be anyone. I don't know. I don't know how many of them there really are, but it's not about
Oh, black suits.
all their puppets they control.
That reminds me, there were some gentlemen in black suits walking off the old chantry. Around from them.
Which chantry?
Sorry, what?
Which chantry?
The one that doesn't exist anymore?
The one that the Aegis blew up. To put it frank.
So there might be more to this than we initially thought.
Well, like I said, I wasn't joking around about magic being exposed to the world and we were all going to die from the technocracy murdering us in our sleeps.
Well, I haven't killed us yet.
It's fair. Maybe this is an opportunity to find somebody who did it. Or the person that did it. Because...
Well, I would have thought the traditions are hunted for them as well, whoever did it. They can't expect to live very long to pull a stunt like that.
That's the thing about our society, it's very easy to slip away.
Fucker!
You okay?
I know the fucker who did this.
Who did it?
Yes, I actually, now I recognize his name. I actually know the person who did this.
Who is it?
Yes.
I know their name, but what do they look like?
She's gonna give him tall, gothic cheekbones. He's like a hollow one that got into the Hermetic Chantry somehow, if I had to...
Hey, you guys remember that dude who didn't give his name in the crossroads the other night?
And she's just gonna look at Lily. Did he have a cane?
Yeah!
Hannah just kind of has this realization, like, Oh wow, he was right fucking there. That may have been him.
Oh.
She's gonna call Jason. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the look of, I know what the person that looks like that blew up the chantry.
Yeah, I do too. Boy, video chat. He's right there.
What the fuck? How did you get him?
They handed him over to me, said it wasn't the real him.
What? But that looks exactly like him.
We're mages, dear.
Oh, that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Put the aura sight on your lens.
I don't fucking do that. What do you think I am? Some bullshit technomancer?
Your Order of Hermes, you can.
Not
Oh.
fucking Verdidius.
So
I
you.
blow. I
So,
blow shit up.
okay, look at me
No,
and tell me.
What is that device she's
The
using?
Order of Hermes can't do everything.
they can't.
Cell phone.
Thank fucking God. Somebody realizes it. But yeah, she's going to show the phone to everybody else. Look at the pig dude. This is exactly what he looks like. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I also, yeah, there was someone who looked like that at the crossroads. But I mean, I assume if this person is Fey-blooded, that would sharpen his aura. That would make him quite distinctive, unless he hides his aura.
So what's his aura look like, Jason?
Like a regular dude, semi-awakened.
Huh.
Because the individual we saw there, he had a bit of a Fey-like aura.
Adib, do you understand what we mean when we refer to the fair folk?
The term does not mean anything, but
How to explain it?
They are
are you
the
referring to creatures?
of the humans with superpowers.
I'm not sure I'm the best person who can. I understand enough to really probably explain it. The fairies,
Is that right,
the
Jason?
country gentry, the shining ones. They have lots of names. Spirits of
What they are.
spirits of emotion and desire.
Perhaps I will, if I meet one at any point, I will know them. But from the description, it does not sound familiar.
Can you see auras?
I can see spirits and auras and such if I bend my mind to it.
The creatures we talk about have rainbows in the aura.
Hmm.
If that's something that rings any bells with you.
Not that I can tell, but I will keep that in mind.
Okay, so this you say he was a hollow one who became a hermetic. Is that right?
Well, the person on the phone is hermetic, but he doesn't have his head up his ass, so
So is this Achaeus was a Fey-blooded hermetic who blew up the hermetic chantry? What else have we had? I mean, we talked about the Seven Deadly Sins. We talked about Winter Park. Is there anything else that a newcomer to town should hear about? Any places which we shouldn't dare to tread, perhaps? Just so I know.
the northern borough is controlled by the Fey folk. Southern borough, these assholes hold up her phone.
How does
It's
one
Order of Hermes.
know where the borders are? Is it the river?
It's just the boroughs on the map.
Oh, right. It's on. Oh, okay.
Um,
Ah, so I thought it was a third.
Eastern Borough, I think, are the vampires, and the Western Borough are the shifters.
Yes, they own the West.
So where are we then?
We are in the Center Borough. I didn't want the Order of Hermes telling me what to do, so I moved out of the range.
Most of the mages claim the southern borough, but yeah, some people who like to be special live in the central borough.
They wanted to talk. Mr. Unicorn Wizard.
Yeah,
20
but
fucking names.
I earned those titles.
Oh. Hannah just kind of chuckles.
Okay,
With
so
what Jason's saying.
just so I can recap so I'm clear on what you said. So there's vampires in the north of the city, and you say shapeshifters. So you mean like werewolves and others, strange ones, in the west.
Vampires in the east, shifters,
East. Shifters
mages in the south,
Fae in the north.
And the Central Borough is dead man. Basically.
Well, I mean, look, this is the talking while looking at the map on the phone. Well, the centre is where I mean, all the where Parliament is, where the famous landmarks are, where the palace is. Okay. Like, are you saying that these other areas are no-go areas for us?
I mean, you can go there, just be on your best behavior.
Okay, right. So if they see us, they won't attack on sight.
Right. Unless you go in the north and your name happens to be a Kalis, in which case they will kill you on sight.
Yes, okay.
It's not a Cadus, right? You like to use the business tree.
I'm not.
Okay.
So wait a second. You said that they gave him to you?
Yeah.
How come he's not dead?
Because they aren't going to kill somebody who didn't do anything.
But he looks exactly like a Calyx.
Or he didn't have any fake blood.
Oh.
They can tell.
Well then.
So the man didn't know what he was doing?
Oh no, he knew what he was doing. Just, he didn't tell anybody. And he got told to set up an extension or something, I guess, I don't know.
How's the rest of the order responded to what's happened?
Not well. It's a lot of running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Steven's been in here like every fucking day. It's pissing me off.
How's the baby?
He's doing okay. Doesn't like all the people coming in. That's why it's pissing me off.
I don't blame her, she says.
I mean,
Well, baby.
if your Order of Hermes buddies were willing to triple up, I'd have enough space for them here.
Good luck with that. Pride is a horrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I have to share a room with anybody? Noisiest premises.
Lily, are there other crafts in the city that I should get to meet or be aware of?
She said,
Did
are
you
there
tell
what?
about the Lakati Brotherhood?
Well, I mean, other members of the Disparate Alliance.
As far as I'm aware, no.
Okay, so the Hollow Ones are the Disparate Alliance here.
Basically.
Well, hold
There
on.
used to be some Teptani, but they left. Some issue with the tree and the fair folk. I don't know what was going on there.
Did you tell him about the Celtic Brotherhood?
Akashic Brotherhood is a part of the traditions.
Okay. I know that, but I just wondering if you told him a little bit about them yet.
Oh no, because he was asking about the Disparate Alliance.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's good to know. Helps me get my bearings. So, and I mean, how are things between the Hollow Ones in the city and the traditions? Are we on good terms?
I say we're amicable.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any. Nobody that I know of has had any problem with the Hollow Ones yet.
That's good.
What's your name?
Me?
I think that was something in the background.
Yeah, that was a speaker that I had. My bad.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised that there's Hollow One Chantry. I mean, you say there's not many cities that can boast one of those.
He likes looking at our calendar. Give me about 3 days. I'll help you with your house pest problem.
What are you planning?
You know, just standard stuff.
I don't want to impose, but I mean, does the Chantry have a node it's possible to visit?
I mean, I have some. I don't know that I have some tasks stored up. How much tasks?
I'm not particularly looking for tasks. Just obviously, nodes can be a good place to work.
I mean, yeah, I got one in the basement.
So there's node in the basement. Well, that's it's possible to request access. That's very useful. Thank you. I'm so glad I met you, Lily. So really, it's so without you, would we still be wandering around? I guess at that overly noisy crossroads, running into werewolves and fairies and goodness knows what else.
So you're saying they've been a bit noisy?
The crossroads.
That's all I need to know.
The crossroads was extremely noisy, and yes, what the Count wasn't particularly subtle. He flaunted his powers and got told off by security. Very pretty though. But then you can't really tell with their fair folk, can you? It's just how much of their prettiness is real, whatever that means, and how much is just their glamour. And that takes us back to Drew again, a falsehood. Yes, the fair folk are definitely creatures of falsehood.
That's interesting. I only know based on Irish legends.
That's the thing that you have to consider.
How about the people? What he was talking about.
If their beauty is a part of all that is, then it would most likely be a Shah. If it wasn't, then it would be Drush. But she just shrugs. I guess we don't really know.
The Count assaulted us with some power, trying to change our perception of him. Stunned some people, I think. So,
just because he was trying to change your perception of him doesn't mean that perception wasn't true. It could be BS too, but
could argue that. But yeah, I know he rudely tried to alter our perception of him, which isn't that.
To be fair, we didn't really know what he was doing. It could have been that he was just trying to get our attention.
I don't trust the fair folk. She will say to Adib.
Well, the old stories say that often enough, don't they? the term fair folk is perhaps not entirely accurate, but we call them that so as not to offend them.
I think they call them fair for more their beauty and all that than their fairness in terms of deal making.
Probably. Let's be honest here. That might look beautiful on the inside, but I mean, fuck my life. They might be beautiful on the outside, but we don't know how they look on the inside. As far as we know, they could be good people, or they could just be not good company.
Well,
I mean,
This is with anything, it depends on the person. More than likely.
the same thing could be said about me.
Bingo.
In
Oh, same
fact,
can be said for normal people.
yes, the same is true of normal people. Whatever normal means.
Best thing to do is just try to take things as they are and always keep an eye out for what's on the other side.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta get some sleep, folks. It's getting kind of late. I guess just assume Adib goes and excuses himself. He asks if he can borrow a couple bottles of the shampoo/lotion for some reason.
help yourself.
And he will take a cupcake to feed to his bizarre genie friend, and then he will go to sleep.
Was before you go, real quick, was the genie ever put back into the ring?
Oh no, it was he was feeding it, like
Okay.
letting it eat and stuff.
Okay, and he's staying in the.
He was allowed to
pantry
hear
for the
all
night.
of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, at least for the night.
Just need to know.
What a curious fellow. He's so lucky that you found him, Lily. I mean, he could have been on that street for, I don't know, it looked like a tough life. But you must have a good heart, you Lily, to take in strays like that.
I mean, I do it all the time, especially the majors.
Is that a fucking genie?
Yes, it was. Actually, it's a gym,
Oh, fair enough. You're right.
specifically. He called himself that.
What's the difference?
Order a Hermes Melodon, what's the difference? Go say to Jason.
It's like calling a member of the Inuit people an Eskimo. Technically accurate, but also like pretty pissed off about it. That's not the word they chose for themselves.
So basically, genie is more of a nickname than
Yeah.
Right, it's
Nickname slash slur.
racial slur, right.
yeah. Oy.
So, is there anything that the Hollow Ones around here are working on? Anything that they need help with? Or anything else I should know?
You'd have to ask them. Like, what I do for this chantry specifically, to keep the peace, is I have on one bill for rent, on one for electricity, internet, all that stuff. I tell them how much it is, and as long as the bill is met, I don't care who pays what. And their each own room is a chantry. Or not, or yes, sanctum. They don't spread their sanctum everywhere, just their personal rooms.
Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna head back.
Since you're going to be staying here, the roof isn't safe.
The roof isn't safe.
Well, guys, it was nice.
In what way is the roof not safe?
I'll explain to you later.
Okay.
What did he do to piss off the roof? Did he set it on fire?
No, nothing like that.
Well, you guys, I'll see you later. I have gonna be having quite the long day tomorrow, so or these next few days, so I get some sleep.
Bye, Hannah.
Bye, you guys.
Right.
See you later.
She'll wave and head back out of the place.
Does
And,
anybody have anything pressing that they need to do? This is probably a good place to end it.
Oh, go ahead in it.
sorry, have we been properly introduced? What was your name? Lily, we've talked a lot, but I mean, gesturing to the other person.
Oh, that's the serial killer from earlier.
This is
Wearing the hockey mask out in the daytime.
serious.
Dear, I am not a serial killer. I'm a vigilante.
You're a
We're
vigilante.
over this already.
Okay, how many people have you killed?
Nobody. I say people.
Oh,
Just
okay.
saying he looks like Jason.
Rude.
Like Jason. Oh, from the.
No, I do not look like. Has nobody seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Seriously.
I mean, yeah, but when people see a hockey mask, the first thing they're gonna think is a murderer.
Oh, so far only you thought of a murderer.
All right, I'm assuming you don't want to call a serial killer. What's your name?
You'll get up. My name is Casey Jones.
Casey Jones. Okay, and you're a, what's the term you put? Vigilante. So what do you do?
Me?
Yeah, what do you do?
Currently, I'm in between jobs.
Okay. Oh,
He
it feels like I'm
can't I can spot you.
perhaps you could just tell me, who are you?
Huh?
You should be secret. Don't talk about anything. That's fine. But
What order are you from? She's asking.
I think Brotherhood.
the Akashic Brotherhood. Oh, I see. Oh, well, where are you from then? Are they all from?
Huh? Me? Originally, I'm from Malaysia.
Oh, I didn't see. Okay, no photo. Right. Okay. Right. So, what brought you here?
That's a personal story.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
I'm here. For right now, I'm here slightly against my will. Slightly for it.
Unfortunate. So you were trained in Malaysia in the martial arts, and you come into the West to be a vigilante.
No.
Right?
Actually, it's just the thing I do.
Isn't that the plot of Batman?
No. Batman. Trained in
it was the
God.
Himalayas, wasn't it? Yes.
Himalayas, yes. And I
Completely.
don't wear a dark cape and a mask and speak in a very raspy voice.
Right.
You wear a mask. You wear a hockey mask.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Better.
are there others of your tradition in the city?
Sadly, there are not too many of us.
Okay.
It's only the 3 that I know of.
Right. So, and was that why you hang around the Hollow One Chantry, because you have not got a tradition chantry to go to?
I got my own home I go to.
In fact, I hope we've all got a home.
I'm just here because the group moved here. Usually we meet in a bar or in a food place.
So, what would be your advice? I mean, I'm new in the city. I don't know your ways here. I mean, I've looked this up online, but what would be your advice to a new mage in this city?
Keep your head low. Don't use magic all willy-nilly like some people.
Okay, but that's good advice for a new mage. But I mean, about this city, about being here, is there a place to go,
Honestly,
not go? Is there people to watch out for in some sense? Is there special things to know about certain areas? Is there
people, if you see a plain white or unmarked white or black van, one. I don't care if you see it in a completely different vehicle, you won. Don't cast. If you see a person in a black suit, one. Basically, once again, keep your head low.
You can't always run away from someone who's wearing black. I mean, come on, you're in a Hollow One Chantry, friend. I mean, there might be a few people here who are wearing black.
I mean, to be fair, this is the first place you've
I
seen.
never said anybody who wears black. There's people who wear black outfits, tuxes. I guess you'll call them here in the English language.
Technocratic agent that we could show?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well,
They usually accompanied by black sunglasses and earplugs.
Right. Okay. Black sunglasses, earplugs. Yes. Okay.
the thing is, you'll know them when you see them.
I know a little. I do understand about the technocracy a bit. Thank you. I more meant, what is there to know about London?
London, good food.
This is a great city of the world. It's got history. It's got culture, I suppose. It's got its upsides, its downsides. It's good clubs, it's bad clubs. I'm sure. It's got famous people who lived here or live here. It's got a government about to fall over. It's got a nightmare of Brexit. It's got werewolves and vampires and Fomori and fairies and everything else, apparently.
What else we got, Jason? They have pubs.
Yes. Pubs are good.
There's a lot of gods dying in London for whatever reason.
That's true.
Thank you. See, that's quite notable. Lots of gods dying. See, that's not a common event, is it?
Well, yeah, okay, I say lots. It's like, but that's still a lot considering they're gods. Or
yeah, we had somebody die in this building because those red assholes.
What? You guys gonna make them come out of fucking retirement?
No!
Good. I don't want to.
I don't want you to either. Take care of your baby.
I'm trying. Can't do it. There's no fucking world.
Sorry, did you just say a god died in this building?
Yeah.
Which god?
She'll tell you which god because out of character I can't remember.
It was an Egyptian one.
Yes, it started with the letter H.
Oh, okay, an Egyptian god, right. I'm a bit speechless. So, what was the Egyptian god doing in here, and who killed it?
A bunch of assholes in red robes.
Oh no, yes, this was talked about at the crossroads. Yes, people in red robes. See, that's useful information. Watch out for the guys in red robes. That's what I wouldn't have known if someone hadn't told me.
Also, when they commit suicide, they disintegrate into nothing. But if you kill them, they don't disappear.
Right.
So best bet is to knock them out. Unconsciousness.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yes. Well, good luck with your vigilante in, and hopefully I'll see you around.
You can use the bathroom to change if you need to.
Just walk out the door.
Alright, so quick thing before I show you your room. I'm gonna show you the roof.
Okay.
She's gonna take you up to the roof access, give you a face mask to put on.
Okay. This is unexpected. You try to lure me away into a A hidden space?
She'll just put a face mask on and just give it a second. You'll understand soon enough. And she opens the door. There's gorgeous flowers lining the roof from end to end, and a little path to the greenhouse right in front of you. Do you
Okay.
have any botany?
Sorry, any what?
Botany.
Botany? Oh, probably not. I'll have a look.
Do you have any common sense, any danger sense?
No, I don't have any. No. Botany. What? No, I don't think I've got anything that would come under. Obviously. Sorry. So is this a roof garden? Is it?
Yes. She'll point out the first flower that you see. This is Belladonna Nightshade.
Well, I've heard of that. This we are wearing face masks. This is a herb garden for medicinal purposes.
Of course. So the closer to the edge of the roof you get, the more dangerous it gets.
I see. Well, I'll make sure I stay well away from the edge then.
And she'll point to the glass house. This one's actually safe. It's grown by coffee beans. And some people throw their weed in there too. They can be sneaky.
So this is this your personal garden, Lily?
Yes.
It's not a coincidence have you taken the name of a plant by choice, or were you given it?
I just really like the name Belladonna. It means beautiful in like 2 different languages. So it's basically beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. It's a very beautiful name, very dangerous name. Are you dangerous, Lily?
Do you think I'm dangerous?
I don't know. We can all be dangerous if we want to be. We can also all be very friendly if we want to be.
I mean, I'm friendly enough. But anyways, let me show you my coffee beans. And she's going to allow you into the glass greenhouse.
Okay.
Lo and behold, she's growing coffee beans and a whole bunch of different herbs that she uses in cooking and mint. And you will notice that whenever she's close to plants, they start growing.
Right, they do seem to like you.
You remember how technology doesn't work around Casey?
Yes. Is that some kind of paradox flaw he's developed?
I'm not sure about him, but when I awakened, plants wouldn't stop growing around me.
Well,
And it's very bad, especially when you used to work in a plant shop before you opened your own bakery with a bunch of sleepers.
yeah, I suppose so. I hadn't really imagined it would be such a drawback. Why? Do you wish it wasn't the case?
Oh, that was the case. It was a difficult thing to hide.
But you seem happy and content now. You seem to have found a lifestyle which more than accommodates it, that you put it to good use.
Oh yeah.
It must bring you, I don't know, some amount of pride to bring life into the world.
She just kind of squints at you. Gotta be careful about that. I don't want it getting in my head.
I beg pardon?
The scents. I don't want them getting in my head, so I have to be careful.
The sense.
Sims. The seven deadly sins.
Oh. Is that how it works?
I think it makes you weaker to their influence.
Oh dear. That's important that you told me.
Yeah.
But I mean, this city must be full of people filled with seven deadly sins. All of them.
Yep. These 7 deadly sins are driving people to insanity.
Ah, well, how unfortunate. Does that mean that are you saying that we're going to have to embrace the 7 virtues?
I mean, that would probably help.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure some of us are really cut out for temperance or chastity.
Oh, especially not in this chapter.
Oh, quite.
Good lord, the number of orgies that I've had to tell to quiet down because I'm running a bakery right under the floor that they're banging on.
Yes. Or maybe that's what happened to the poor old hermetics. A bit too much pride finally caught up with them. But still, wow. I mean, thank you for showing me. This place must be quite special to you, Lily.
It is. I mean, you're welcome to bring your own plants into this small glass house. Just, be careful of the poisons.
Yes, I think. I think I might not. Won't plan to come here too much unless you're with me. I wouldn't want to suffer any accidents from all these plants. But I'm sure I'll be fine when you're here to keep me safe.
I mean, as long as you don't try to eat any of them, you should be fine. And she excuse me a moment. Let me check on my plants outside. Kind of just humming to yourself with the basket. Oh, look at that. And she goes over to one of the plants and it has ruby gem-like seeds hanging off of it, and she's plucking these little seeds off, and she gets about a handful of them and then puts them in a little bag. So, would you like some coffee then?
Yes, that would be lovely. What sort of emotions am I seeing in Lily's aura at the moment?
Oh, she's just contemplative, mostly.
Okay. So, yes. Well, I suppose one more coffee. Then I suppose I should be off, out of your way. But it's been lovely to meet you, Lily, and I hope we can do this again sometime and get to know each other a little better.
All right. Sure. Gesture for her to follow her.
Okay.
And if we're good, we can call it there.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I should. It's Jupiter clock again. Um,
Yeah. We're going to do our outro and we'll call it there. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another episode of Chaos in London, 8th edition. And remember to always wear your face masks. Bye.